Maya Winters floated in her small mining shuttle, checking the radar for valuable asteroids. The darkness of space surrounded her, broken only by distant stars and the gentle glow of her control panel. This was her 5th week alone in the Kuiper Belt, collecting samples for Earth Command. She missed her daughter back on Mars Colony, but the work paid well. Maya tapped the worn photo stuck to her dashboard. 8-year-old Lily smiled back at her, missing 2 front teeth. The friendship bracelet Lily had made hung from Maya's pocket, red and blue threads woven together with small metal beads, a good luck charm for the lonely days in space. Just 3 more days, Maya said to herself. Then she could go home. A sudden alarm made her jump. The radar showed something big approaching too, big to be an asteroid. Maya grabbed the controls and turned her shuttle to see what was coming. She gasped. A massive ship appeared out of nowhere, sleek and black like liquid metal frozen in space. It reflected no light, seeming to absorb the stars around it. The ship was at least 50 times bigger than her small mining shuttle. Maya's hands shook as she reached for the emergency radio. Earth Command, this is Lieutenant Winters. I've made contact with an unknown vessel in Sector 9, requesting immediate. A bright purple light shot out from the alien ship, surrounding Maya's shuttle. Her engines died instantly. The radio went silent. She felt her small craft being pulled toward the massive black vessel. No, 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 Maya whispered, frantically pressing buttons. Nothing worked. The shuttle drifted helplessly into an opening that appeared in the side of the alien ship. When the shuttle doors finally opened, Maya gripped her emergency laser cutter. It wasn't much of a weapon, but it was better than nothing. The air outside seemed breathable according to her sensors, so she cautiously stepped out. The inside of the alien ship looked like nothing she had ever seen. The walls pulsed with faint, light-shifting colors like oil on water. The floor felt solid but somehow alive beneath her boots. "Hello?" Maya called out, her voice echoing strangely. "I come from Earth. We mean no harm." A movement caught her eye. From the shadows stepped the tallest woman Maya had ever seen, except she wasn't a woman at all. The alien stood at least 7 feet tall with skin the color of deep ocean blue. Patterns of light moved across her skin, pulsing brighter as she approached. She had a humanoid shape, but her fingers were too long, with 6 on each hand. Her eyes were entirely black, with no whites or pupils, reflecting Maya's terrified face back at her. The alien wore what looked like armor made of the same shifting material as the ship. At her waist hung 2 curved blades that seemed to hum with energy. Maya backed up until she hit her shuttle. I represent the United Earth government. Any hostile action will be—" "You are different," the alien said, but her mouth didn't move. The words simply appeared in Maya's mind, clear as if spoken aloud. The alien circled Maya slowly, examining her with intense curiosity. "Smaller than expected. Weaker than the others we have studied." Maya's heart pounded. "Others? You've taken other humans?" The alien didn't answer. Instead, she reached out one 6-fingered hand toward Maya's pocket, where Lily's friendship bracelet dangled. "Human," the alien said directly into Maya's mind, her head tilted with genuine confusion. "What is that little worm between your legs?" Maya looked down, realizing the alien was pointing at the bracelet hanging from her pocket. The absurdity of the moment, being abducted by an alien who thought her daughter's friendship bracelet was a worm, made her laugh despite her fear. The alien stepped back, the lights on her skin flashing rapidly. She seemed confused by Maya's reaction. "It's not a worm," Maya explained, carefully pulling out the bracelet to show the alien. "My daughter made it. It's called a friendship bracelet, see? Just threads and beads woven together." The alien reached out one long finger and touched the bracelet. Her touch was surprisingly gentle. "I am Lara," the alien's voice echoed in Maya's mind. "Last royal guard of the Voxhai Imperium. You will come with me now." Before Maya could protest, Lara turned and walked away, clearly expecting Maya to follow. With no other options, Maya did. They walked through corridors that seemed to shift and change. Maya tried to memorize the path, but it was impossible. The ship itself felt alive, responding to Jilara's presence. Other aliens passed them, all female in appearance, all with the same blue skin and light patterns, though none as tall or imposing as Jilara. They entered a large chamber with a window that showed the stars outside. Earth was a tiny blue dot in the distance. Maya felt a wave of fear wash over her. How far had they traveled in such a short time? "Why am I here?" Maya asked. "What do you want with humans?" Jilara turned to face her. "Your kind has something we need." "What could we possibly have that you would need?" "Your technology is clearly far beyond ours." Jilara's skin patterns darkened. "Our people are dying. A sickness affects only our females. Soon, there will be no more Voxhi. And you think humans can help? I'm not a doctor. I'm just a mining technician." "You are more," Jilara said. "The patterns in your body, what you call DNA, they hold something unique, something we lost long ago." A door opened on the far side of the room. Another alien entered, older than Jilara. Her blue skin faded to almost gray. The patterns of light on her skin moved slower, dimmer. "This is the human you found?" the older alien asked, her voice in Maya's mind sounding deeper, more powerful. "Yes, Elder Matriarch." Jilara bowed her head slightly. The elder approached Maya, studying her closely. "She is small. Are you certain she is suitable?" "Her genetic patterns match what we seek," Jilara replied. Maya stood straighter, trying to hide her fear. "I demand to know what's happening. Why have you taken me? What are you planning to do?" The elder matriarch's black eyes fixed on Maya. "Your kind has been watched for many cycles. You are primitive, but special. Your bodies carry ancient code we thought lost to the universe." "I don't understand," Maya said. "You will," the elder replied. "For now, you will be our honored guest. When the time comes, you will help save my people, or we will take what we need by force." With that, the elder turned and left. Jilara remained, watching Maya with those strange black eyes. "Rest now," Jilara said. "Tomorrow, your testing begins." Maya looked out at the stars, at the tiny blue dot that was Earth. Whatever these aliens wanted, she knew one thing for certain. She needed to find a way to warn her people. Because something told her that being an honored guest was far more dangerous than it sounded. 3 weeks passed aboard the alien ship. Maya learned it was called the Nexus, the flagship of the Voxhi fleet. Her room was comfortable enough, a curved space with a bed that molded to her body and walls that changed color based on her mood. She was allowed to walk certain parts of the ship, but always under Jilara's watchful eye. Today, Jilara led Maya to a new area. "The elder matriarch wishes to speak with you at the feeding ceremony," she said into Maya's mind. "You mean dinner?" Maya asked. She had grown somewhat used to the telepathic communication, though it still gave her headaches sometimes. "It is more than consumption of nutrients," Jilara replied. "It is a sharing of knowledge and energy." They entered a large circular chamber where dozens of Voxhi females sat around a glowing central table. Maya noticed they all wore similar armor to Jilara's, though less ornate. They all turned to stare as Maya entered. "They have never seen a human before," Jilara explained. "But you said you've studied humans," Maya pointed out. "Only the scientists and warriors have encountered your kind. These are our teachers, healers, and crafters." The elder matriarch sat at the head of the table. Her faded blue skin seemed even grayer than when Maya first met her. The light patterns moved sluggishly across her body. "Come, human," the elder said, gesturing to an empty seat beside her. "Share our meal and our knowledge." Maya sat down nervously. The table was covered with strange foods, glowing fruits, pulsing meats, and liquids that changed color as they were poured. Nothing looked remotely appetizing. "Try this," the elder suggested, pushing a small bowl of blue cubes toward Maya. "It is closest to your earth fruits." Maya cautiously put one in her mouth. It tasted like a mixture of blueberry and vanilla, dissolving instantly on her tongue. It wasn't bad. Now, the elder said, it is time you learned why you are here. Lights in the room dimmed. The center of the table projected a three-dimensional map of stars, a galaxy Maya didn't recognize. This is our home, the elder explained. The HFY Empire spans 17 star systems. For 10,000 years, we have ruled in peace and prosperity. The image changed to show blue-skinned aliens working together, building cities that seemed to grow from the ground like plants, ships sailing between stars. 200 cycles ago, a sickness began spreading among our females. The image shifted to show HFY with dim skin, their light patterns barely visible. It affects only those who can bear children. It cannot be cured. It cannot be stopped. I'm sorry, Maya said, genuinely moved by their plight. But I still don't understand what this has to do with humans. The elder's black eyes fixed on Maya. Our scientists discovered something remarkable about your species. Your DNA contains sequences, identical to our ancestors, sequences we lost over millennia of evolution. The hologram changed to show strands of DNA, human and HFY side by side. Certain sections glowed the same color. Somehow your primitive species preserved genetic codes that we, with all our advancement, lost. These codes may hold the key to our survival. Maya frowned. So you want to… what? Take my DNA? We have been taking samples while you sleep, the elder said matter-of-factly. But simple samples are not enough. We need to understand how these codes function in a living body. Maya felt a chill run down her spine. What exactly does that mean for me? Before the elder could answer, an alarm blared throughout the ship. The hologram disappeared as HFY warriors jumped to their feet. We are under attack, Jilara announced, drawing her ceremonial blades. Zithari vessels approaching. Take the human to safety, the elder commanded Jilara. She must be protected at all costs. Jilara grabbed Maya's arm and pulled her from the room. They ran through corridors that pulsed red with warning lights. Who are the Zithari? Maya asked as they ran. Our ancient enemy, Jilara replied. They have evolved beyond biological form. They are machines now with no souls or compassion. They turned a corner and nearly collided with another human, a woman with short brown hair and wearing what looked like a lab coat. Maya stopped in shock. You're human, Maya exclaimed. The woman stared back with equal surprise. They told me I was the only one. Olivia Reed, Jilara introduced her, chief genetic researcher from Saturn Station. This is Maya Winters, mining technician. The ship shuddered violently, throwing them against a wall. No time, Jilara said. Both of I. You come with me. They followed Jilara to a secure chamber deep within the ship. Once inside, Jilara sealed the door and left them alone, saying she needed to join the defense. Maya turned to Olivia. How long have you been here? 4 months, Olivia replied. They took me from the research station orbiting Saturn. I've been helping them study human DNA. Do you know what they want from us? Olivia's eyes darted nervously to the door. They're not telling you everything, the plague killing their females. It's not natural, it's a weapon. A weapon? From these Zithari? Olivia nodded. The HFY and Zithari have been at war for centuries. The HFY can read minds, which makes them dangerous to the Zithari. So the Zithari created a biological weapon that targets only reproductive females. And they think human DNA can help them cure it? That's what they told me at first. Olivia moved closer, lowering her voice. But I found something in their research files. They've been taking humans for years, thousands of us. Maya felt sick. Thousands? From Earth? From colonies all over the solar system. Small numbers at first, but more recently, they're preparing for something bigger, something they're not telling us. The ship shook again, more violently this time. We need to get back to Earth, Maya said. We need to warn people. It's not that simple, Olivia replied. We're light years from home. And the HFY have technology we can't even begin to understand. The Door slid open and Lara returned. Her armor was damaged and a green liquid leaked from a cut on her arm. The attack has been repelled, she announced. But there will be more. The Zithari know we have found what we seek. You mean us? Maya asked. Lara's skin patterns flashed in what Maya had come to recognize as hesitation. Yes, they will. Not stop until they have destroyed all hope for our people. Tell her the truth, Olivia demanded. Tell her what you're really planning. Lara's eyes narrowed. You have accessed restricted files. I'm a scientist, it's what I do, Olivia replied defiantly. Maya deserves to know what you plan to do with her, with all humans. Lara was silent for a long moment, her skin patterns shifting rapidly. Finally, she spoke. The elder matriarch will explain everything tomorrow. For now, rest. You are safe here. After Lara left, Maya turned to Olivia. What aren't they telling me? Olivia looked at the door nervously. Their genetic research isn't just about curing the plague. It's about making human bodies compatible hosts. Hosts? For what? For them, Olivia whispered. When their bodies die from the plague, they plan to transfer their consciousness into human hosts. Not as a temporary measure, permanently. They see it as evolution. Maya felt her blood run cold. How many humans would they need? Billions, Olivia said. Their entire species dying means billions of new hosts needed. And they've already started the preparations. Maya thought of her daughter back on Mars, of Earth with its billions of unsuspecting people. We have to stop them. How? We're just two humans against an advanced alien species with technology centuries beyond ours. Maya touched the friendship bracelet in her pocket, her connection to home, to Lily. I don't know yet, but we have to try. For everyone back home. That night, as Maya lay in her bed staring at the ceiling, she made a promise to herself. Somehow she would find a way to escape and warn Earth. Whatever it took, whatever the risk, she would not let the Voxai use humanity as replacement bodies for their dying species. Tomorrow, she would confront the elder matriarch and demand the truth. And then she would begin planning their escape. Maya couldn't sleep. Olivia's words kept spinning in her head. The Voxai weren't saviors or even victims. They were invaders planning to take over human bodies. She needed to see proof. When the ship's lights dimmed to simulate night, Maya slipped out of her room. She had watched the guards enough to know their patterns. Moving silently through the corridors, she made her way to the research section where Olivia worked. The door was locked, but Maya had noticed how the Voxai opened doors. Not with keys, but with their bioluminescent skin patterns. She pressed her hand against the panel beside the door and tried to focus her thoughts like she'd seen Lara do. Nothing happened. It won't work for you, a voice said behind her. Maya spun around to find Olivia standing there. You scared me. I figured you'd try something like this, Olivia said, stepping forward. She placed her hand on the panel and to Maya's surprise, the door slid open. How did you do that? They modified me, Olivia explained, showing Maya her palm where faint blue patterns glowed beneath the skin. So I could access their technology. Come on, we don't have much time. They entered a large laboratory filled with strange equipment. Floating screens displayed complex data and what looked like human DNA strands. This is where I work, Olivia said, where I learned what they're really planning. She touched a control panel, and a holographic display appeared in the center of the room. It showed thousands of tube-like containers, each holding what appeared to be a sleeping human. What is this? Maya asked, her voice barely a whisper. Storage units on the lower levels of the ship, Olivia explained. Each one contains a human in stasis. They've been collecting us for years, taking small numbers from remote outposts where disappearances wouldn't cause too much alarm. Maya felt sick. How many? On this ship alone, about 5,000. But there are more ships, many more. Olivia pulled up another display showing a complex genetic sequence. This is what they're doing to the humans they've captured. They're modifying our DNA to make our bodies compatible hosts for Vox High consciousness. Can it be reversed? I don't know, Olivia admitted. The changes are fundamental. They're not just altering our bodies, they're changing what makes us human. A noise in the corridor made them both freeze. Olivia quickly shut down the displays. We need to get back to our rooms, she whispered. Meet me tomorrow in the observation deck. We'll talk more then. Maya slipped back to her room, her mind racing with what she'd seen. The next morning, Shilara came to escort her to the elder matriarch as promised. The elder looked worse than before, her skin now a pale gray with barely visible light patterns. She sat in a floating chair, too weak to stand. You have questions, the elder said without preamble. Maya stood tall. I know what you're planning. You're not looking for a cure, you're looking for replacement bodies. The elder didn't deny it. Yes, our bodies are failing. The plague cannot be stopped. But our minds, our knowledge, our very essence can survive. By stealing our bodies, by erasing what makes us human. Not erasing, the elder corrected. Evolving, combining. Your species has potential, but it is primitive, violent, short-lived. With our consciousness guiding your bodies, both our peoples will benefit. That's not your decision to make, Maya argued. Humans deserve to choose their own future. Would your people choose extinction if given the choice? The elder asked. We did not. We found a solution. A solution that destroys another species. The elder's eyes narrowed. Your kind destroys itself daily. You fight over resources, territory, imaginary boundaries. Your lives are brief flashes, compared to ours. We live for centuries gathering wisdom and knowledge. By joining with you, we offer a gift, the chance to be more than you could ever be alone. It's not a gift if it's forced on us, Maya said. It's invasion. The elder sighed. A strange whistling sound. I had hoped you would understand. That you would see the logic, the necessity of what we do. She gestured to Jilara. Take her to see the others. Perhaps then she will understand. Jilara led Maya to an elevator that descended deep into the ship. When the doors opened, Maya gasped. They stood at the entrance of an enormous chamber filled with thousands of transparent tubes, just like in the hologram Olivia had shown her. Each tube contained a sleeping human, men, women, even some children. These are the first, Jilara explained, the ones who will receive the consciousness of our highest leaders and scientists. Maya walked between the rows of tubes, looking at the faces of people who had no idea what was planned for them. This is wrong, she whispered. It is survival, Jilara replied. My people face extinction. So you'll cause ours instead? Maya turned to face the tall alien. There must be another way, a way that doesn't involve taking over our bodies against our will. Jilara's skin pattern shifted in what Maya now recognized as thoughtfulness. There is no other way. The Zithari made sure of that. Tell me about them, Maya said. About this war. As they walked back to the upper levels, Jilara explained. The Vox High and Zithari had once been allies, both biological species exploring the stars together, but the Zithari began replacing their body parts with mechanical ones, seeking immortality and perfect efficiency. Eventually, they abandoned biological form entirely, transferring their minds into mechanical bodies. They feared our telepathic abilities, Jilara said. Our minds could connect with theirs even in their mechanical forms. They saw this as a weakness, a vulnerability they could not tolerate. So they created the plague to wipe you out? Yes. A targeted biological weapon that affects only our reproductive females. Our population has declined for 2 centuries. Now, we stand at the edge of extinction, and humans are your solution. Your bodies are compatible with our consciousness. Your DNA contains elements we lost long ago, elements that make the transfer possible. They reached the observation deck, a large room with windows looking out into space. Earth was not visible from here, but Maya could see distant stars and the swirling gases of a nebula. Olivia was already there, pretending to study the view. When Jilara left them alone, Maya quickly told her what she'd learned. I've found something, too, Olivia said quietly. A weakness in their ship systems. The neural interfaces they use to control everything respond to emotional states. If enough strong emotions are projected simultaneously, it could overload their systems. How does that help us? The humans in stasis are all partially modified, already. Part of that modification enhances brain activity, making their bodies better suited for Vox High consciousness. But it also means they might be capable of telepathic communication like the Vox High. Maya understood immediately. If we could wake them up, and they could all project emotions at once, we could take control of the ship, Olivia finished. But we'd need access to the stasis controls, and we'd need to coordinate thousands of confused, frightened humans instantly. I might be able to help with the first part, Maya said, touching her friendship bracelet. I've noticed Gilara watching this. She seems fascinated by it. I could use it as a distraction. And I can access the stasis controls from my lab, Olivia added. But coordinating everyone? I don't know how we'd manage that. The door slid open and Gilara returned. The conversation ended immediately. That night, Maya examined her friendship bracelet. The metal beads Lily had used were unlike the others. They had been a special gift from Maya's last mining mission. Small fragments of a rare metal found only in certain asteroids. Maya had thought they were just pretty, but now she wondered if they might be something more, something the Vox High recognized. The next day, she began testing her theory. Whenever Gilara was nearby, Maya would fiddle with the bracelet, focusing her thoughts on simple messages. At first, nothing happened, but on the third day, something strange occurred. As Maya concentrated on the bracelet, thinking, "Can you hear me?" Gilara suddenly looked directly at her, her skin patterns flashing in surprise. "How did you do that?" Gilara demanded, her mental voice sharp in Maya's mind. Maya pretended innocence. "Do what?" "Your thoughts." They were louder, directed. Humans cannot project thoughts. "I don't know what you mean," Maya lied, but inside she was excited. The bracelet somehow amplified her thoughts, making them detectable to Vox High telepathy. That night, she shared her discovery with Olivia. "The metal beads in my bracelet, they must amplify brainwaves somehow. If we could use this material with the humans in stasis, we could coordinate them," Olivia finished. "Create a network of human minds working together." "Exactly. But we'd need more of this metal." "Leave that to me," Olivia said. "I have access to the ship's manufacturing systems. If you can give me one bead to analyze, I might be able to replicate it." The plan was dangerous, with 1,000 ways it could go wrong. But as Maya lay in bed that night, she thought of Earth, of Mars' colony, of her daughter Lily. The Vox High were planning humanity's end, replacing human minds with their own. She had to stop them, whatever the cost. Tomorrow they would begin. Maya woke with a start as alarms blared throughout the ship. Red lights pulsed along the walls of her room. She jumped out of bed and ran to the door, but it was locked. "Gilara!" she shouted, pounding on the door. "What's happening?" No answer came. Maya pressed her ear against the door and heard the sound of running footsteps and strange mechanical whirring. After several minutes, the door finally slid open. Gilara stood there, one of her ceremonial blades dripping with a black, oily substance. "We are under attack," Gilara said, her mental voice tense. "The Zithari have found us. We must move you to safety." "What about Olivia?" Maya asked. "The other human has already been secured. Come quickly." Maya grabbed her friendship bracelet from beside the bed and followed Gilara into the corridor. Parts of the ship were damaged, with walls torn open and strange burn marks scarring the floors. They passed several Vox High warriors carrying injured comrades. "How bad is it?" Maya asked as they ran. "They breached our outer defenses," Gilara replied. "3 of their boarding vessels attached to our lower sections. Their drones seek the human storage chambers." "Why would they want the humans?" "To deny us our future. If they destroy the humans, they destroy our last hope for survival." They turned a corner and froze. Blocking their path was something Maya had never seen before, a mechanical being shaped vaguely like a human but made entirely of black metal, with glowing red sensors where eyes should be. It had multiple arms, each ending in different tools or weapons. "Shithari," Jilara hissed, pushing Maya behind her and drawing her second blade. The machine made a series of clicking sounds and advanced toward them. Jilara lunged forward with incredible speed, her blades slicing through the air. The Zithari blocked with one arm while another shot out, extending suddenly to grab Jilara's throat. Maya looked around desperately for a weapon. She spotted a broken piece of metal on the floor from the damaged wall. Grabbing it, she rushed forward and jammed it into the joint where the Zithari's arm connected to its body. The machine's grip loosened enough for Jilara to break free and drive both blades into the Shithari's central core. The red lights flickered and went dark as the machine collapsed. "You saved me," Jilara said, surprised. "I didn't think about it," Maya admitted. "I just acted. We must hurry. More will come." They continued through the ship, avoiding areas where fighting was heaviest. Twice more they encountered Zithari drones, and both times Jilara destroyed them, moving with a yai, grace and power that amazed Maya. Finally, they reached a secure section deep within the ship. The door opened to reveal a small command center where several Voxhai worked at control panels. Olivia was there too, looking shaken but unharmed. "Maya!" she called, rushing over. "Thank God you're alive." The elder matriarch floated in her chair, at the center of the room, looking even weaker than before. Her skin was almost white now, with only faint traces of blue remaining. "The attack is no coincidence," the elder said, her mental voice faint but clear. "They know what we have discovered. They know we have found the key to our survival." "The humans?" Maya asked. "Not just any humans," the elder replied. "You, Maya Winters. Your genetic pattern is special, even among your kind. It contains all the elements we need for perfect consciousness transfer." Maya felt a chill run down her spine. "What does that mean?" "It means you will be the first. Your body will receive my consciousness when this form fails, which will be soon. It is an honor. Few can claim to save an entire species." "That's not an honor," Maya said, backing away. "That's murder. You're talking about erasing me, replacing me with yourself." "Your consciousness will join with mine," the elder insisted. "A merging of minds, not an erasure." "I don't believe you," Maya said. "And I don't consent." The elder's eyes narrowed. "Consent is a luxury we cannot afford in the face of extinction. Prepare her," she ordered the other Voxhai. Two warriors moved toward Maya. Olivia stepped between them, but she was quickly pushed aside. "You promised to help us," Maya shouted at Jilara, who stood watching. "You said there might be another way." Jilara's skin patterns shifted rapidly, showing her internal conflict. "I said I would consider it, but the elder's word is final." The warriors grabbed Maya's arms. She struggled, but their grip was too strong. They began dragging her toward a doorway at the back of the room. "Jilara, please," Maya begged. "Think about what you're doing. Is this what your people truly stand for? Taking lives to save your own?" Jilara didn't move, but her skin patterns continued to flash erratically. The warriors pulled Maya through the doorway into a smaller room containing a chair surrounded by strange equipment. They forced her into the chair and secured her wrists and ankles with restraints that emerged from the armrests and legs. "The procedure will begin soon," one of the warriors told her. "The elder matriarch will join us when preparations are complete." They left Maya alone in the room. She pulled against the restraints, but they held firm. Looking around desperately for anything that might help, she spotted a control panel within reach of her fingers if she stretched. The door opened, and Olivia was shoved inside, her hands bound behind her back. "You will witness the procedure," a warrior told her. "Learn from it for the next transfers." When they were alone again, Olivia whispered, "Did you still have the bracelet?" "Yes," Maya replied. "It's in my pocket, but I can't reach it." Olivia moved behind Maya's chair. "They didn't search me. I managed to hide this." She revealed a small device in her palm. "It's a signal amplifier I was working on in the lab. If I can connect it to your bracelet, we might be able to reach all the humans in stasis at once. Can you get the bracelet from my pocket? Olivia managed to maneuver her bound hands to reach into Maya's pocket and extract the friendship bracelet. Working awkwardly with her hands tied, she attached her device to one of the metal beads. Now what? Maya asked. Focus your thoughts, Olivia instructed. Try to reach out to the humans in stasis. The modifications they've undergone should make their minds receptive. Maya closed her eyes and concentrated, picturing the thousands of sleeping humans she had seen. She thought of waking, of freedom, of home. She imagined her thoughts spreading out like ripples in water, touching other minds. At first, nothing happened. Then she felt something, a faint response like an echo. Then another and another. Minds stirring, becoming aware. It's working, she whispered. Keep going, Olivia urged. Tell them what to do. Maya focused harder, sending clear instructions. Wake up, feel fear, feel anger, project it outward. Overload the ship's systems. The response grew stronger, a chorus of minds joining with hers. She could feel their confusion, then their understanding, then their fear and rage as they realized what had been done to them. The lights in the room flickered. Alarms began to sound, different from the attack warnings before. System overload, a mechanical voice announced. Neural interface failure. Emergency protocols activated. The restraints on Maya's wrists and ankles suddenly released. The door slid open as the ship's systems malfunctioned. Come on! Maya grabbed Olivia and pulled her out of the room. The command center was in chaos. The control panels were flashing wildly, and the Vox-Hi were trying desperately to stabilize their systems. The elder matriarch floated in her chair, her face twisted in anger and disbelief. What have you done? She demanded when she saw Maya. Freed your prisoners, Maya replied. All of them. Jilara stood nearby, watching Maya with an unreadable expression. The stasis chambers are opening, she reported. All of them, throughout the ship. Stop them, the elder commanded. I cannot, Jilara replied. The neural interfaces are not responding. The humans' collective emotions are too strong. Maya felt a surge of hope. Their plan was working. A violent explosion shook the ship. Hull. Breach in sections 7 through 12, a voice announced. Sithari forces advancing. We need to get to an escape pod, Olivia said to Maya. Which way? Maya asked Jilara. Jilara hesitated, then said, Follow me. Traitor, the elder matriarch cried. You would help them escape? I would save what can be saved, Jilara replied. Including our honor. She turned to Maya and Olivia, quickly before it's too late. They ran from the command center, leaving the elder shouting behind them. The ship shuddered continuously now, with explosions echoing through the corridors. They passed Vox-Hi running in all directions, and confused humans who had been released from stasis. We need to help them, Maya said, pointing to the humans. The escape pods are nearby, Jilara said. We can direct them there. They began gathering humans, pointing them toward the escape pod bays. The humans were disoriented but followed instructions. Many looked at Jilara with fear, but when they saw she was helping, they obeyed. Why are you doing this? Maya asked Jilara as they ran. Your words made me think, Jilara replied, about what my people truly stand for. We were once protectors, not conquerors. I would rather die with honor than live by stealing another's life. They reached the escape pod bay just as another explosion rocked the ship. Through a viewport, Maya could see Jithari ships surrounding the Nexus, firing continuously. They will destroy this ship completely, Jilara said, to ensure no Vox-Hi survives. Come with us, Maya urged. Jilara shook her head. I must stay. Help my people who wish to escape honorably. There are others who think as I do. The escape pod drifted through space for 3 days. 19 humans crammed together, rationing the emergency supplies, taking turns sleeping in the limited space. Maya spent hours staring out the small viewport, watching for any sign of pursuit, by either Vox-Hi or Sithari ships. Olivia worked tirelessly to understand the pod's navigation system. It's designed for Vox-High telepathic interface, she explained, examining the controls. But with the modifications they made to my brain, I might be able to use it. Diane organized the other escapees, assigning tasks and keeping spirits up. She had been a security officer on a lunar base before being taken by the Vox-High 8 months earlier. How far are we from Earth? Maya asked Olivia on the 3rd day. That's the problem, Olivia replied. We're hundreds of light years away. This pod has some kind of faster-than-light capability, but I can't figure out how to activate it. Let me try, Maya said, taking the modified friendship bracelet from her pocket. Maybe this can help. She pressed the bracelet against the control panel and focused her thoughts on Earth, on home, on the need to warn humanity. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the panel lit up with swirling blue patterns similar to Vox-High skin. It's responding to you, Olivia said in amazement. The pod shuddered, and a strange humming filled the air. Outside the viewport, stars began to stretch into lines of light. You did it, Diane exclaimed. We're moving at FTL speed. Maya kept her hand on the panel, focusing on Earth. Her mind filled with images of home, of her daughter Lily, of the need to return quickly. Hours passed, then suddenly the pod dropped out of FTL travel. Through the viewport, they could see a familiar sight. Earth, blue and beautiful with the moon beside it. We made it, Olivia whispered. But how? That journey should have taken years. The Vox-High must have technology far beyond what we imagined, Maya said. The pod's communication system activated automatically, broadcasting on Earth emergency frequencies. Within minutes, they were contacted by Earth Defense Command. Unidentified vessel, this is Earth Defense Command. Identify yourself. This is Lieutenant Maya Winters of the mining vessel Artemis 7, Maya responded. I was abducted by alien forces. I have 18 other human survivors with me. We need immediate pickup and quarantine. Earth is in danger. There was a long pause before the reply came. Lieutenant Winters, you've been missing for almost 6 months. Stand by for boarding and escort to Luna Quarantine Station. Military vessels soon surrounded their pod, guiding it to the moon. After docking at the quarantine facility, medical teams in isolation suits helped them disembark. Maya was separated from the others and placed in a private quarantine room. Doctors examined her thoroughly, taking blood samples and scanning her body. Am I contaminated? She asked the lead doctor. No signs of biological contamination, the doctor replied, but your brain scans show unusual activity patterns, and there's something strange about your DNA. The Vox-High, Maya explained. They were studying me, experimenting. A military officer entered the room. General Laura Chen, according to her. Nameplate, Lieutenant Winters, she said. I need to debrief you immediately. Your message mentioned Earth being in danger. Maya told her everything. The Vox-High, their dying species, the plan to take over human bodies, the war with the Zithari. Both species have technology far beyond ours, Maya concluded. And Earth is caught in their conflict. General Chen frowned. We've detected unusual activity in the outer solar system. Unknown objects moving at impossible speeds. We thought they were natural phenomena. They're coming, Maya said. Either the Vox-High to harvest humanity, or the Zithari to destroy us before the Vox-High can use us. Maybe both. How do we fight them? General Chen asked. From what you've described, either species could wipe us out easily. Maya touched her friendship bracelet. There might be a way. The Vox-High modifications to human DNA combined with this material, it creates a kind of telepathic network. We used it to overwhelm their ship systems. A weapon? More than that, Maya said. A defense. A way to connect human minds to work together against both threats. General Chen looked skeptical, but nodded. I'll take this to the Security Council, immediately. In the meantime, you'll work with our scientists to analyze that bracelet and understand these modifications. For the next 2 weeks, Maya worked alongside Earth's top scientists and military strategists. The metal beads in Lily's friendship bracelet turned out to contain a rare element with unique quantum properties. Combined with the genetic modifications the Vox-High had started in the abducted humans, It created a form of technological telepathy. Olivia's expertise proved invaluable, helping to develop a system that could safely replicate the effect without permanent genetic changes. "We're calling it the Neural Defense Network," Olivia explained during a briefing. "It creates a temporary telepathic link between participants, allowing coordinated response to threats at unprecedented speed." "Will it be enough?" asked President Salazar. "Against enemies with such advanced technology?" "It has to be," Maya replied. "It's our only advantage." 3 days later, the warning came. Massive objects had entered the solar system, moving toward Earth at incredible speed. 2 distinct fleets, General Chen reported. One organic in nature, one mechanical. They'll reach Earth orbit within hours. Earth's military forces mobilized, but everyone knew they stood little chance against such advanced enemies. The Neural Defense Network was activated, linking thousands of volunteers worldwide. Maya sat in the command center, the modified bracelet connected to a larger version of Olivia's amplifier. As the network activated, she felt other minds joining with hers. First hundreds, then thousands, then millions as the system expanded. "Both fleets have entered Earth orbit," an officer announced. "They're facing off against each other. No hostile action toward Earth yet." On the main screen, they watched as the 2 alien fleets positioned themselves on opposite sides of Earth. The Vox-High ships were organic in appearance, like massive sea creatures swimming through space. The Jithari vessels were angular and metallic, bristling with weapons. "They're here for us," Maya said. "The Vox-High to take our bodies, the Zithari to prevent them from doing so by destroying us all. What do we do?" President Salazar asked. Maya closed her eyes, focusing on the neural network. "We show them we're not helpless. We show them humanity won't be a pawn in their war." Through the network, Maya reached out to every satellite, every defense system, every electronic device in Earth orbit. Millions of human minds working as one, creating a shield of coordinated technology around the planet. A message came from the lead Vox-High ship, a familiar mind touching hers through the network. "Maya Winters," G. Lara's voice echoed in her. "Thoughts?" "You survived." "As did you," Maya responded silently. "I lead those who rejected the Elder's path," G. Lara explained. "We seek cooperation, not conquest. But the Shithari will destroy you all unless stopped." Before Maya could respond, the Zithari opened fire, not on Earth but on the Vox-High fleet. The battle in orbit began with energy weapons and strange organic projectiles flying between the 2 forces. "They'll destroy each other," General Chen said, watching the screen. "And us in the process." "No," Maya replied. "There's another way." Through the neural network, she broadcast a message to both fleets. "This ends now. Earth is not your battleground. We are not your pawns or your victims. We have connected our minds, our technology, our strength. We will defend ourselves against any who threaten us." To demonstrate, she directed the network to activate Earth's defense systems. Thousands of satellites, weapons platforms, and electronic countermeasures came online simultaneously, creating a protective web around the planet. "We offer a third path," Maya continued. "Cooperation, coexistence, an end to your ancient war." The battle paused. After a long moment, G. Lara responded, "Many of my people are willing. We have seen the error of our ways, but the Zithari will never agree. They seek only to destroy biological life." A new presence entered the network. Cold, precise, mechanical. The Zithari consciousness. "Your extinction is inevitable," it stated. "Biological life is inefficient, emotional, flawed. The Vox-High telepathic abilities represent an unacceptable vulnerability in the cosmic order." Maya felt the millions of human minds in the network reacting with fear, anger, determination. She channeled these emotions into her response. "Yet you fear us. Why would perfect mechanical beings fear flawed biological ones? Perhaps because together, we have something you lack." Images flowed through the network. Human creativity, Vox-High wisdom, the infinite variety of biological life. The capacity to change, to adapt, to feel. Your war has gone on for centuries without resolution, Maya continued. Neither side can win, but together we might find a new way forward, biological and mechanical existing in balance. The Sithari were silent. Then, elaborate. Maya hadn't expected this opening. She quickly conferred with Olivia, Diane, and the Earth leaders through the network. We propose a treaty, Maya finally said. Earth as neutral territory, a place where Vox-High, humans, and yes, even Zithari can meet in peace, where we can learn from each other, where we might find cures for the Vox-High plague without replacing human consciousness, where mechanical and biological intelligences can coexist. Impossible, the Zithari responded.